Ready?
Ready.
Okay, let's go. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. It's awesome to be here at DC FanDome. This is amazing. It's been quite a journey with the DC fans, and I've had a great time bringing some of these beloved DC titles to the big screen. And the Justice League really is, for me, and in this format, an amazing crown jewel. As a community, we were able to make this thing happen, and we really appreciate it. Let's get to it. We have some questions from fans read to us by some of the amazing cast of Justice League.
I hope you guys are enjoying DC FanDome, and I'm really excited for you to get a chance to see Zack's ultimate version of Justice League on HBO Max next year. Patrick Mendoza wants to know, who is your favorite superhero of all time?
I guess my favorite hero of all time, other than Batman, it's got to be Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen, I think. I don't know, for me, he's like this super cool quantum superhero whose time, space, reality, all those things are at his fingertips. So yeah, it's got to be Dr. Manhattan.
Hello, everybody. My name is Henry Cavill, and I promise you that I am not in prison. This is just my place of work. I hope you're enjoying DC FanDome, and I have a fan question for Zack Snyder from Swapnil. As a storyteller, what is the dynamic between the Justice League that is important for you to present on the screen?
I think the important thing for me to see as the Justice League comes together is this idea that like a lot of them basically are loners, right? And sort of thematically them coming together and forming a family and finding in each other support. I think that's really what in the end drove me to want to see this happen or see them come together. And I think that when you take all these different personalities and bring them together into a single cohesive group, it's a fun and awesome dynamic, but also there's a why of doing it.
Hey, Zach. What up, man? You know I am super excited about the Snyder Cut getting dropped on HBO Max, and there's some folks who have a couple questions for you. The first question is coming from Eddie Gordon from the United States, and that question is, which character are you most excited to fully flesh out in your cut of Justice League?
Interesting that you should ask me that, because of course it's Cyborg. Cyborg is the heart of the movie. Cyborg is the thing that I think in the end holds the team together in a lot of ways.
And the second question is coming in from Irfan Khan from the United Kingdom. When you started writing Justice League, what thematic ideas were you most excited to tackle? Additionally, how much of a challenge was it to keep the tone mythological? I want to know too, so make sure you get up on those.
It's a great question. When Chris and I were talking about this movie, I think we're big fans of sort of the Joseph Campbellian, hero's journey, and also this notion that we would be creating a team. It's the Knights of the Round Table joining together in an epic adventure, and this is the call to action film that brings them as a story that brings them all together. And I think it is a mythological concept to begin with. So keeping it mythological, and especially when you think about it's Aquaman, it's Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, and then Superman, you're really talking about a mythological group.
Mr. Maestro Zack Snyder, I mean, what other questions can we ask? I think we'd all like to know if we'll see more of the handsome and talented Ezra Miller in your cut.
I like the question, Ezra. No agenda at all. Very good. Of course, you're going to see tons more of The Flash. I have a huge love for The Flash and for Ezra Miller, as you know, especially when you call me at the last second and make me come work on your music videos in the desert. That's really kind of you. But yes, of course, Ezra, I think people are going to see a lot more of The Flash, and they're going to get to see a little bit more of his emotional arc.
Zach, when you cast me in the role of Wonder Woman, I had no idea what an amazing ride I was in for. It's been life-changing to play this character, mostly because I've got to meet so many incredible fans around the world who love her like we do. Just like the members of Justice League, you are stronger together. And you made this possible. So thank you. I love you.
Hi, Zach, and everybody in the Justice League crew. I have a question. I wanted to know, probably what everybody wants to know is, can you hint something that the world has never seen, that you have been so excited to let us all get a glimpse at without too many spoilers?
How do I do this without giving too many spoilers? You're going to see something with Flash in this film I don't think that you've ever seen before. Something that has to do with his abilities, because he's a quantum character. He interacts with time and space, so you might see him do something that is timely. But awesome, Patty. Awesome question, and it's awesome to see you. I think I want to ask some questions, so let's get some. There's some super fans we have standing by, I see. One of them is Fiona from China. She is dear to our hearts. She was one of the founding members of the Snyder Cut movement.
Oh my God, Zack and his studio. It's like a dream come true.
I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
First off was, what about this movement and the Snyder Cut and the whole thing? What was the thing that got you to say, like, hey, you know what? I got to get involved with this.
After I saw Batman with Superman in theaters 4 years ago in China, I was blown away. After watching Justice League, it was immediately clear that many parts of the film were not consistent with your usual filmmaking style. So we are the fans. We knew that there was a real version of the film out there. We started asking for it. Why not? We started a petition, if you remember, that reached to 180K people signed. Then I think it's not enough. So I created a website called forsnydercut.com that allowed us to start doing some online and real-world events, such as Twitter trends, raising money for AFSP, letter writing, and phone calls to Warner Brothers. Now, here we are.
Did you really think it was going to happen, though, when it got closer?
It all started with hope and dream. So many movements, I think, never go beyond that. To actually achieve a dream, you need organization and selflessness. When you fight alongside such talent and generous people, you know it's not possible. It's a certainty.
Yeah.
Even we had many obstacles, but we know we will win this.
The scale started to get bigger and bigger, and we would notice, like, oh my gosh. And at first, remember, because it was like a bus stop in Comic-Con, and then a billboard in Times Square, and then on the anniversary of Justice League, and it just goes completely nuts. What was your favorite moment in the whole experience?
I started out because I admire you. I love you. I want to fight for you and your work. But as time passed, it became just much about fighting alongside my fellow community members. It's power from art, mostly. Power from your art. You empowered us.
Well, that's amazing and kind. We have another call from Dexter, who also was super important in the creation and cultivation of this movement.
How are you, my friend?
Awesome. I'm glad you came. It's great to see you. I guess the first question is, what are your initial thoughts? And how did it come on your radar?
Yeah, well, it was very early on. I'll tell you, right after the viewing of the theatrical edition, I went to the internet and I felt that I couldn't be the only one that felt a certain way. Yeah, it kind of fell into my lap and I said, this is something that I can really get behind. And I did what I could in order to try to help. And here I am, multiple years later, still trying to be a forefront of this whole thing to help you guys out. And thankfully, it's been a positive turn of events.
So to that, when you started in this movement, did you think there was a chance that that they would do that?
Early on, I had high hopes about it. And I think it was just because of my ignorance on how the industry worked. I think that's the key, and what made it really happen is just the fact that they saw that there were so many people that really wanted to stand behind the artistry of it all, the artists, and the integrity of it. And here we are.
It was cool to have this kind of conversation with the fans where I could either, release an image or just say something and just get this response that I could feel this kind of energy exchange that was really, really, really exciting.
I think my favorite moment so far is getting the opportunity to fly out to your event in Pasadena. The Director's Cut weekend was such a memorable event for me and my sons, and something I will always cherish with me. The opportunity to see the smile on yours and Debbie's face when it was official. It was just really heartwarming to me. And honestly, I did tear up a little bit. I will admit, I teared up a little bit, but it's just because it was just a lot of work that paid off.
When we heard the news, we all got pretty emotional, and it's been an incredible journey. And for us, one of the amazing parts is that we were able to, interact with and be part of this fan community. It's changed us and made us, really grateful for being able to have this dialogue. And also, frankly, feeling the incredible support for the work that I get to experience, when we see these fan-generated events and things that really have nothing to do with selling a movie or doing anything that has to do with commerce. It's really for love, and we feel it. And also the amazing charitable work that you guys, the amount of money you've raised for suicide prevention is just unbelievable. Again, thank you so much. We couldn't thank you enough. So maybe I should talk for a second about how you guys are going to see the movie and what format we're going to have it in. It's going to be in 4 parts, 1 hour each. So 4 hours of Justice League is coming your way. We're going to work on a way of bundling it together at the end so you can watch it as a single film if that's the way you want to experience it. Also, to all my international fans and everyone watching all over the world, don't worry if you don't have HBO Max, because we're working on a distribution plan. So I promise you're going to get a chance to see it. And if you guys haven't gotten your t-shirt yet, there's still hope. If you go to Ink to the People, you can get your associate producer shirt. And I want you guys, it all goes to a good cause. So please go grab a shirt if you can. I guess it's time to play the little teaser, because that's why you're really here, to see some footage from the movie, as I promised. So, why don't we check that out?
This guy's probably fought hundreds of thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.